Okay, welcome to the Lobo Den podcast. I am recording this intro on my phone, but we did record in the studio. I just moved. I don't know where my microphones are. Anyways, we have Scmitty B. You know the name. He was on episode 67 of the Lobo Den podcast. He's on again. We talk about married women, what happens at 2-hour motels, the incident with that scrub at the Tesla charging station. Anyways, you want to record a podcast, hit up James Webb, People of Comedy, put it over production studio. Please follow the Patreon. I got my new place, setting up a downstairs studio thing to get more content out for you guys. And if you want to call in, I think I'm going to do that soon. Any suggestions, hit me up, give me a rating. Lobo Den, Instagram, TikTok, everything. Okay.
Lobo Den, Lobo Den, Lobo Den. 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 It's the Lobo Den.
Okay, welcome to the Lobo Den podcast. I'm your host, Giovanni Diaz. To my left is James Webb from the People of Comedy Studio and Pop. Put him over Productions Studios. And then across from me is Scmhitty B. What's up, Scmitty B?
What up? What up? How you feeling, man?
What's up? Good. This is the second time we've seen each other in the last week or two.
Yeah.
We showed up to the front of James's door. We said, what's up to each other. James was supporting a white straight comedian at a local comedy club, which is illegal in 2021, apparently.
Which
Right?
is.
Correct, yeah.
And he saw us at the door through the ring doorbell and just turned the phone on.
I was getting my drinks and I see my phone ring. Someone is at your back door. Oh, whoops. So sorry about that.
How was Louis? I saw Louis Monday. You saw him Wednesday?
Yeah, it was tremendous, dude. He's one of the funniest comedians ever.
I know that, man, what's her name? You guys were talking about open micers before. The Asian lady with the bears, she went to see Louis. She gave her,
Oh, okay.
fucking, there's a...
Gia Lou?
Well, maybe you'll see her tonight. Tonight you're hosting the open mic at the Laugh Factory.
No, I'm not hosting it.
Oh?
I'm just showing up and doing some
Oh, I
time.
thought you were hosting it.
No, I'm not hosting it at all. That'll end up just like last week. They got 20 on the list. They doing 3 minutes apiece. I'm like, man, listen.
You might see there's an Asian chick. She has these, is it Beanie Babies, right? She has these
I
singing
think they're Beanie Babies, yeah.
Have you seen her?
Did you say singing Beanie Baby?
They talk to each other. She sings, but she does the voices. Obviously, they're
So
not alive.
she got Beanie Baby ventriloquisms.
Yes. Wow, I can't forget her. Yeah, she's to come on my mic. She's like,
Now I'm gonna be looking for that.
She might be at their Laugh Factory. So what do you? The last time we recorded was like in November of 2020, I think.
Yeah.
So
No, it
was
couldn't have been 2020 because we were still doing. Wasn't it before COVID?
It was like the COVID. What year are we in now?
No. In 2021.
2021.
I want to say it was before COVID because I didn't have any hair.
No, it was
when we recorded.
It was the year of COVID. But
It was?
It was November. It was November 2020. I know because we were talking about cheating and side bitches, and like a month later,
November 18th.
Don't be okay. Yeah, it was November 18th because a month later I got with my girl.
Okay.
And then
And you started cheating?
No.
I'm trying to figure out where he's going with this. You know, I had just got with my girl, and she used to be the side chick. And, okay, yeah.
No. But since I've gotten with my girl, like I've noticed, like I got a friend request a few weeks ago, but this other girl I used to talk to who was engaged. This is when I was single that year. So like I've noticed they're out there, right? They're like they see where I'm at. They like my stuff. Like these are chicks I used to fuck with.
Are you on Facebook? Or do you have your status set as you with somebody?
Oh yeah.
Oh, see, yeah, that's where that's coming from.
Yeah, because they know they see it. My fucking profile pictures, my girl, so they see it, right? And it's funny.
Yeah, I don't
because
know that.
I'll still send friend requests to chicks, and they'll add me, right? And then I tell my girl, look, she added me, and it's like she sees the picture, like maybe because they see the podcast, but I don't buy it.
Nah, they see that it's some potential there. Time might be running out for them personally in their personal lives. Listen, I got chicks, and this is fucked up to say. So I have I have some married female friends that have made it clear to me that they are possibly going. And I was like, yeah, I'm probably never getting married. Y'all bitches are terrible. Like, I know a lot of women that went and got married like the last few years, and they acted like they ain't got rings on their finger.
But look, we've both been on the other side where we see all the shadiness that's been going on behind closed doors. But on social media, it's like they're happy or whatever. But I know, like, my friend, I'm pounding her, or was, not anymore. My friend was pounding this chick, but it's like behind closed doors. What is this? It's man, I've seen all like how shady the chicks. I mean, I don't know. I don't consider it. I'm gonna be sexist. I don't consider a dude being shady because it is our nature to try to fuck everything.
Now the funny thing is, I used to believe at one point it was because I was a comic, and I was like, oh, well, you know, I'm lightweight famous, so they gotta fuck. Now I'm kind of like, y'all don't respect these vows y'all just said in front of all these people. There's 400 people out there. You was like, yeah, finna go do dicks tomorrow. So, ain't supposed to go honeymoon? Yeah, nah, we ain't doing that.
Did any of them go yet or no?
Nah, not yet, because I've been kind of avoiding the situation.
I avoid married women.
Yeah, because I feel like if it fell in my lap.
Triangle.
Yeah,
Those
I don't want to do
TV
that.
shows, you know those TV shows where everybody gets killed? What is those? Not CSI, those Project Discovery, all those love triangles.
Yeah.
It's like I told my girl, like, look, I used to fuck with chicks, or not chicks. Yeah, it was chicks. My bad, I'm straight. I don't really drink caffeine anymore. Let me sharpen up. So chicks, right? I should get some caffeine. That'd be nice. So chicks who had a man or whatever, but my rule was never married, because that, like, somebody will kill you, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like a dude, it's like, if you fuck with a chick's girl, it's like, all right, you'll get pissed. But if it's like, that's his wife, like, that's his, I'm going to use an old school term, that's his property.
Right.
That's what I was telling my girl. Like, that is.
And that's reasonably pissed. You know what I'm saying? That's when you should like, as the outside dude, right? You be understanding, like, yeah, because I'd probably be the same way. 'Cause he went and bought a house and a ring.
Yeah.
But you filed. He done showed you off to his mama. He told his mama that man, listen, yeah, you should definitely murder me. 100%, both of us. Matter of fact, all of us should get murdered. But I've hit married women in the past, which is weird because
to the white people he had sex with, he didn't punch him, right?
Yeah, because then they'd be like,
hit. Like, you hit. That's what it means.
Yeah, I've had coitus and married women are like, the way men and women date, like, men heavily lie. And women believe that that's dishonorable, so they tell you everything up front. Listen, I'm married, and I gotta. You're like, so you're trying to have an affair? All right, well, affair is ongoing. I don't really be doing that because they be women. When women have an affair, they're looking for a full relationship.
The emotional stuff too.
Yeah, they want you to be like they boyfriend. Like, don't be. Listen, I'm not gonna get into none of that extra stuff. He's gone. Come over. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. We hit ones here and there, and that's it. But they be wanting more of an attachment, and you're like, no, I'm not doing that. Had a chick wanted me to pay her bills. I was like, you know, you live with your husband. I'm not gonna pay your bills.
Oh, a married chick wanted to pay her bills.
She wanted me to pay her bills for her to have an affair with me. I said, bitch, this was your idea, not mine. You came to me with this. All of a sudden, I need to pay your bills? Fuck no. You live with your husband. I'm only supposed to get vagina. That's it. That's the arrangement. I'm supposed to come over, lay wood, and not talk to you until it's time to lay wood again. But I don't think you understand it.
Yeah, men want vagina, younger vagina. Women want security and money. There's a sugar daddy site. What is it? Arrangement something? I don't know. But there's
never heard of that. I see where you be at. Said arrangements.
Oh yeah, something arrangements. No, but it's out. There's a website.
Thought of that too.
It's out there. Like, my friend was asking me, he's like, look, how I want to fuck older chicks or younger chicks, and get paid for it. And I was like, I've been busy right now, but let me do some research for you. And he's like, I'll give you a finder's fee. But he's trying to fuck. So there it is. I mean, it's going on right now on the female side of things because, women want some money and security. Because I was thinking, like, right now, I was like, man, let's say I have a girl, but if I were to fuck younger chicks or other chicks, I've been looking at my Snapchat, right? A lot of these, I don't know, just a lot of these girls are. It's like the same person, posting the same story, like a little bit different angle. It's, it's
hard.
And I was like, if they had money or something to offer, maybe, but like,
So I wouldn't. I'm very selective. Like when I'm in a relationship, I'm real selective about who I cheat with because I don't think I would cheat with younger women per se because younger women ain't got shit to lose. Like 23, 24, man, they ain't got nothing to lose. And they feel like they should have everything. So at some point, you probably got about 3 good fucks before she believes she should be upgraded.
Yeah.
to your main. You be like, that was not discussed at all, ma'am. Once that third nut is successfully left your body, she start believing y'all are going to make it, and you gotta, older women probably, once they know, they prepare a little bit mentally, like, all right, now they're gonna give you a hard time. They're gonna always bring up your girlfriend. Older women get an attitude with you about having a girlfriend that you told them about. Yeah, we could be going to the Dales this weekend, but your little girlfriend. So, see, we was having a good time before you went there. Like, oh, here we go. Nope, not finna do it. So yeah,
I think women. Right, this happened yesterday. I was going to ask you how you would have reacted. So I was at a charging station, charging my stupid electric car that I fucking have to charge because I'm getting a place soon, so I could charge at my house. But right now, I've been staying at my girl's place in some fucking room, and it's a sardine thing, right?
Yeah.
So hopefully we close on a shift Friday, and I can charge, and I don't have to go to these charging stations as much. And me, because we pulled up, right? It was me, my girl, her son back here, my niece in the back seat.
Okay.
And some girl. This is something I told her, like, this is something a woman would do. This lady goes up to the car, starts it's like 10 at night. There's only me and this other car at the charging station. She pulls up to our car. I have tinted windows, and I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck is this chick doing? Like,
and she just starts staring in the window,
like coming in the window. So I get out to neutralize the situation.
Right.
Like, hey, what's up? What's going on? And she's like, oh look, where'd you get your tints? Blah blah blah. Starts talking about the tints. So I talked to her a little bit about, okay, well, you got to get ceramic tints because the sensors in the car. I went in place around Lake. I don't remember, but she's asking me, like, I don't know. And then I go back in the car. And my girl was like, what the fuck was that? And I was like, huh? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, what?
So she couldn't hear the conversation?
She was listening, right?
Okay.
She was listening. She was right in the front seat, and she's like, it's 10 at night. The kids are here. She has no reason to come up to the fucking car. You don't owe them anything. Why are you even talking to her? And I was like, and then I was like, oh, okay. I got it. But then I realized, I was like, not thought about it. She's like, if it was a dude, came up to, I was like, no, it wouldn't. But, it was a semi-good-looking, older Mexican. And I didn't feel threatened. She's like, well, she's half white. Her half white side came out. Where there's people waiting in the bushes. It's a setup.
Right.
All right.
So,
I get it.
Fuck all bitches. You don't need to be respectful to nobody. You'll need to not hurt nobody's feelings. I'm the only person that gets anything from you. And so we be out trying to, diffuse situations. So you were already in diplomacy mode.
Yeah.
And you were just like, oh, I'm just gonna, make it smooth things over to make it, not weird. All the while she in the car just getting mad. What the fuck are they? What the fuck is he talking about tents for 8 minutes? And she got the stopwatch on and everything. 8 minutes, 23 seconds. You trying to tell this bitch where to get tents from? I don't like it. You should have told. You don't own that bitch shit. All the while she didn't get out the car and do nothing. She just let it go on. She's just sitting there getting mad. She didn't roll the windows down. Excuse me, ma'am. That man is taken. What? I was asking about the tents. That's it. I just wanted. And so we start being more helpful, and that comes off to women as scumbaggish. Well, let me change that. That comes off to your girl as scumbaggish. You're like, oh, you know what? You got to get the ceramic tents because they're not going to let you put just regular tents on this one.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, So you needed to tell the bitch. She got
Exactly. Those are exact words.
You could have just told her to get tense and move the fuck on.
She was like, she don't have fucking Google or something.
Right. So they don't understand that. They just be in their feelings like, nah, I don't like that. I don't like that one bitch. She was probably loading the gun. Why you out there? I'm finna shoot both of them.
But she didn't even know where it was too. She was like, she's like, where the fuck is that fucking took care of? She's like, I don't even know where the gun is. Like,
But, yeah.
if you're gonna go, you give
She
me the
probably
bag.
looked. She was like,
She's like, what if? I was like, I was like, what if something happened? I was like, well, you have the gun. Where is it? I don't know where it's at. You didn't tell me. And I was like, well, you have the pepper spray. And then I got this part, and I kind of understood her side of it. Like Bill Burr talks about this. Like women don't worry about getting punched in the face.
No.
Right? No, they don't worry about it. So to her, 10 o'clock at night, dark car, going up my tent. She's like, I'm a girl. I'm semi-attractive. I can do this, right? And then I thought of it, and I was like, you know what? I wouldn't have done that. If it's 10,
Right.
I'm not going up to some stranger's car. They can have a gun. They're going to be
Right.
threatened by me. Like, I was like, and I get it, right? I get where she was coming, and I get the other chick, but I do think the other chick was trying to fuck me. I'll tell you why.
so yeah, you were in the wrong.
I didn't realize it till afterwards because she told me, like, she wasn't the driver of the car. There was another driver. It was another chick, possibly a chick, maybe, whatever.
So she was shooting. Okay, yeah.
So she was a we'll call her a Tesla scrub, right? She was. It wasn't.
She was on the passenger side.
She was on the passenger side of her best friend's Tesla, trying to holler at me, right? Because I was like, it wasn't her car, and then I was like, oh, there was another driver, so she's over here, the other chick's driving. She goes up to me, she's like, oh, where can I get the tint? And she's like, she couldn't. Like, where'd you ask for tints? I was like, well, I asked my friends first. Like, she doesn't have friends, she doesn't have Google, and then I asked the girl. This is where I got weirded out by the girl, where I kind of stepped away. Like, I'm not getting set up, but I was like, where do you live? Because we're in kind of like we're in Wisconsin, right? And then she was like, and then she kind of stopped and hesitated, and she's like, Chicago, but I drive a lot. And I was like, no, you live in Waukegan, bitch. Like,
yeah, in Wisconsin.
like you live in Chicago, but you're charging in fucking Wisconsin, but you drive a lot. Like I get maybe you're stepping back, because I'm telling you, or you're up to something. But like, I
would have been funny though. Here's would have been funny, right? Let's say your girl wasn't, like you and your girl wasn't together. Mm-hmm. This same situation happened, and you ended up exchanging information with her, meeting her later, and to find out she didn't have a Tesla at all. Bitch, you ain't got a Tesla? What the fuck? I was giving you gems. You asked me about tents, you ain't got a fucking car? You were just trying to fuck.
But I'd be okay with that, because I would try to fuck too, and I'm like, I don't really care.
I would have been appalled. I would have been, wait, what? So, what the fuck was you asking me? So I get kind of sidetracked, and that's how women, I guess, shoot they shots. So that's why your girl was mad. So I kind of understand her side.
She's like, I know what this bitch is doing. She told me, like,
right.
I know exactly what she's doing.
She opened up the door for conversation. So she like, oh, she's shooting her shot. Oh. Then she dissected the whole. First of all, she wasn't even driving that car. You like, what? Why would you pay attention to that? I didn't pay attention to that.
No, I didn't know.
I'm paying attention to shit that's real. Is the situation dangerous? Okay. Do people got guns, knives? What the fuck? So yeah, I kind of understand where she came from with it. Yeah, if situations was different, I would have been appalled if she didn't have a car. I'd have been outraged. I'm gonna fuck this time. Let me tell you something. This dishonesty has got to stop. That shit is appalling.
She wasn't even fucking. She was like, and then I got a little to my head. Like, all right, my ego blew up a little bit, because it didn't take much to blow up my ego, and I was like, all right.
And she probably didn't even see your girl because of the tents.
No, because we did a tent test. When the girl left, I was like, let me see. Like, I can't see you. So I walked outside to where they were standing. I looked at the tents, and I was like, I can't see you. She walked outside. I sat in the passenger side. She's walking. She's like, no, I can see you. And I'm like, no, you can't.
No, you can't.
I just fucking saw you. Like, no, I can see you.
Let me take shit too far. You be like, you're lying. You just want to be right. No, we're not doing that.
She's like, I can see you. But then I was like, oh, I get it. But yeah, I wouldn't go up to like today. Did you see I don't know which way you came, but I came on California, but I came on 94 coming this way, which is south, right? And there was that. Did you see the homeless guy with the guitar flicking people off with the
I came
dog?
up Damon.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
no.
That's probably why. He got a guitar and a dog. He just flipping.
This white dude, I don't know if it was dreadlocks, but dirty hair. And then he was flicking off the dude in front of me, I think because he had a BMW. So I see him flicking him off, right? So as I'm driving behind him, I'm getting off in California. I open my window.
Okay.
And then he's flicking me off, so I start flicking him off, and we start, have like a little yelling match. He's like, "Fuck you!" He's like, "Fuck you and your pussy ass Tesla."
Damn.
And I'm like, "I hope you die."
Damn.
What's the word?
He went personal fast. Fuck you and your Tesla.
Yeah. No, pussy ass Tesla.
Your pussy ass Tesla? God damn. We don't know each other, sir. At this point, these insults aren't even personal. They're just things that we're pulling out just to hurt.
I said, "I hope your dog dies," because he had a guitar and a dog.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't get the whole homeless person with the dog. Like, what? Like,
I feel like the dog doesn't know he could do better. Dogs don't need people when they on the street. Dogs need people that got houses. If you're a dog and the owner don't have a house, you are better off on your own, because y'all eventually gonna have to fight over some food. Oh, what's in that can? Oh, shit, he wants some.
we were talking about what how do you say, is it Jeffrey Asmus, right? He lost his virginity at 24, right? How'd you lose your virginity? I was thinking about that when we were talking about it. Like, I lost mine at 18 to a girlfriend. It was really boring. I didn't come. The one thing I did like about it, where she earlier that day, she's like, I really think we should wait. Some speech, and then we fucked that night. So I was like, you liar.
I got pulled into a
gangbang train.
It was so chicks, like, the funny thing is, women want you to believe that they when women want to have sex, they want to have sex. Let's just throw that out there. And they want you to believe that none of this is true, right? So in high school, I'm at lunch, and all of a sudden, the conversation that we were having at the lunch table was, I was scared of pussy.
I remember these.
And as a high schooler, you don't, like, now if a woman says that to me, I'm like, bitch, move. I ain't got time to be. That shit don't work with me. Then it worked. She was like, you scared to fuck. I was like, you ain't even offered me pussy. How all of a sudden I'm scared? All right, now I gotta go and get this pussy. So that's essentially, invited her to the crib, and that was that. But that's essentially how that happened. I had no idea that was even coming. I went to lunch, high on my own day was going good. All of a sudden I'm scared of pussy. So I was like, nah.
How'd it come up?
I don't even know. I think they planned it before I got there, because we were in that conversation so fast. I had no idea that I had to defend my honor.
Is that her?
Via yeah, she probably
is that Curtis?
She probably know that why is Mark Cuban tweeting me? Yeah, I got all type of people that I know, so.
Is Mark Cuban the billionaire?
Yeah, the billionaire. I don't know what's going on with Twitter. I keep getting alerts to just random people's posts. I don't know if this happens to y'all.
Like this one girl was my cousin's ex. Every day I'd go to my Twitter thing, not every day, and then the notifications like, this person tweeted, and
right, and it ain't got nothing to do with you. You don't know him. All of a sudden, Mark Cuban tweeting me. So
I try to go on Twitter today because I started a new rule today with social media. I can't. Okay. And I did this for like a week, and it worked really well. I can't go on I can only go to social media 3 times a day. Morning, midday around lunch, and at night to scroll. Like, if I need to post something or do something, that's fine, right? If I'm at a show, but scrolling or whatever, just looking through it, it's like 3 times a day is the max. So I started today, but I opened it. I kept open. I opened my Facebook like 5 times, and I reacted it. And it's funny because it was the same story. Yeah. On the top left was this one chick with fake tits every single time. But anyways, she's actually with an older guy, like he's 50 or something. I don't know where they met. I think he was a lawyer. But
women like older dudes.
Security and money.
Yeah.
I'll fuck a homeless chick. I don't care.
Yeah. Women like older dudes, especially when they think that they're going to outlive those guys. Like, women be like, oh, I just got to put a little bit of time in and find out to fuck around and die before he do. That'll be fucked up.
How old was that dude? That big titty Texan billionaire. I forgot his name, but he was like 90 something, and they started dating and they got married.
Yeah, you talking?
He was
about,
like in a wheelchair. He kind of looked like.
Talking about Anna Nicole Smith.
Yeah, Anna
I
Nicole
couldn't
Smith.
think of her name for
The guy
shit.
kind of looked like Tales from the Crypt a little bit. Like,
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, we're in love, bitch. You there for the money?" Then she fucked around and died. Bitch, if you're trying to wait out a motherfucker,
86 and 26.
if you trying, damn, look at he look
Jesus.
bad right
at the
there.
difference.
Rice, bro.
He look real bad right. He look like he dying there.
Look at
Look at this.
Look at the
dude.
wedding photos.
dude. Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
You gotta kiss that. Ew.
How much money would it take
Man, listen.
for you to do that?
If you gonna wait out a motherfucker to die, don't do any drugs. You know what I'm saying? Cause she cashed out right there. 2 years later, she was out the game.
Go to the wedding picture. Yeah, look at. Is he in a? Oh, he's sitting down.
Yeah, he in a wheelchair in the wedding photos.
It looks like he's pissing his pants. Look
You
at
know
his
what I'm saying?
face.
And that's
I wonder
all
how
just
they
so he
met.
could be able to say, you know what I'm saying? I married Anna Nicole Smith. And look at,
Oh, look at this.
hit-
Go to that picture. Look. He looked like he just shit himself.
Holy fuck, dude.
She happy he went for it. Yeah, go on in and change that wheel. We can do that tonight because you ain't finna fuck. That's fucked up.
She's very happy.
Yeah. She happy she finna cash out.
She knows. She
And
knows
he
what she's about to
died,
get.
and then she died like 14 days later. You didn't even get a chance
Pills.
to- doing drugs.
Yeah, he was
And
89
she
years
was
old.
26. Bitch. I would have hated on her.
I think I don't know. I think I can go like. I think now that I'm older, I think I can go 25, 20. I don't know.
I used to feel weird about dating women younger than me. Like, I was dating two chicks that were, one was 10 years younger than me, and the other one was 10 years older than me. And
A Schmitty sandwich.
I was like, this is weird right here. But it turned out.
So you're
it
getting
wasn't
both perspectives. So they,
Yeah.
like if something happened in the news, they both talk about it probably in a different way, right?
Well, one of them wasn't watching the news, so let's get that out the way. One of them was not watching the news. She was
Like one of them was, oh, I remember when this OJ thing happened. The other one's like, who's OJ, right?
right. Who the fuck is the juice? What, bitch? You don't say nothing else to me if you don't know who the juice is. 11,000 yards rushing. Okay, don't worry about it. Yeah, I wouldn't. I was feeling. I don't know. I felt like there was too much of an age difference between. But the young one was the fun one. So across generations, the generations that are behind us are nastier and nastier. So the generations before us are less nasty.
Yep.
So my young chick was doing nasty shit, and it was nothing. But my old chick was like, don't disrespect me like that. First of all, bitch, you don't get down for the get down. Don't be, you too old to not be doing this. Young bitches out here outshining you. Let me show you this footage. So yeah, so that was a big difference that I didn't see coming. And then for some reason, all of the young chicks that I was messing with around that time were all bisexual. They all like bitches. I was like, yeah, we don't have to exploit this. But then I felt like as a comic, that was gonna come up to bite me in the ass at some point, like probably 10 years from now. They're gonna be like, oh, well, you coerced this young lady into having a threesome. She was an adult. She made her own decision. There were no drugs involved in that. And then it would be like, oh, we need to cancel Scmhitty B because he forced, or didn't even force, but he had intercourse. He had a threesome with some chicks under their own will, but there was an age difference, so that's illegal now. So
Yeah. You can't. Man, what's on my rap sheet? Let's see. I fucked one comic.
Oh, no.
I mean, I'm not gonna name names.
yeah,
Please
nah,
don't.
No, that's I'm not gonna do. I fucked one comic. Messed around with one comic that pissed me off because I did an open mic. Oh, Patsy's, it's great. Patsy's open mic. The owner, nobody liked the owner. He was an asshole, but
yeah.
good fish and chips. But I remember she after the mic, she messaged me to come meet her out in the fucking suburbs.
Okay.
And I hung out with her like till 2 a.m. We
Okay.
didn't have sex.
Damn.
And I
Yeah, that
worked the
hurts.
next day, dude. If it was a weekend, I would have been not so pissed, bro. But I remember we didn't have sex. I sucked on her titties, and it's like, this is like, I'm an adult. Like, I don't have time. Like, I work tomorrow. And
Right.
I lost 3 hours of sleep to not get laid. And I remember I deleted their number. You know, I'm semi-friendly with this person now. Like, man, I want to talk to him now. Now that I think about it and be like, what the fuck was that? Like, why'd you invite me? Waste my motherfucking time. If it was a weekend, I don't care. Okay, so
Right.
I'm setting up for the next time, but it's like, you got 2 kids.
Oh.
Or
You
3.
don't need to be if you.
It's like, because we can't go inside because my dad, we can fuck in the car.
Right. So my young chick didn't have kids,
Mm-hmm.
and my old chick kids were adults, so they didn't live with her anymore. But I went to Cleveland one time with Ballhead, and
Ballhead Phillips.
yeah, after the show, like 3 chicks came up to me and was like, "Hey, you should come with us," right? The context there is we should be having some intercourse. So,
Yeah.
so walking past Ballhead, they were like, "Yeah, we finna kidnap your boy." He didn't care one bit. He was like, "All right." So we just left. We get in a car and we drive around Cleveland until 2:00 in the morning. We were driving around Cleveland so long. Finally, I was like, "Hey, what's about to happen tonight?" So I was under the impression that you bitches was going to be busting me down. They were like, "Nah, we just wanted to show you a few spots and take me
What?
back to my hotel. Take me back to my hotel." I didn't come for this. I came for
The Cleveland World Tour.
Right. Cleveland looked like shit. Cleveland looked like The Walking Dead. Like they didn't do no cosmetic changes. They just said, "Oh yeah, we can shoot a TV show here." And I was like, "Yeah, take me back to because I was subtext promised intercourse with all 3 of you, bitch." The funny thing is, the chick that I actually ended up shooting my shot at, this I don't know what was going on with these chicks. It was all together was 4. The chick I shot my shot at was bad. But she was in a love triangle with one of the other chicks that was in the car, her man. So she was like, "Yeah, I'm finna dip out." And we exchanged numbers, and she was gonna go be with her man, right? So I'm like, all right, you know, this didn't come up till we was already in the car. She was like, "Yeah, so the other girl you saw us with, she's going to be with her man." And I was like, okay. So that means you should be getting some outside dick. And she was like, "Well, I don't really do that." And I was like, "Take me to my hotel room. I am not finna," because we could have been in my hotel room getting down this whole time. You could have been done sweated out your hair, and I was so mad at them, man. I got back to the hotel, and the funny thing is, as soon as I get to the hotel, I get in the room, and Ballhead say, "What happened?" Soon as he say what happened, it's a knock on the door. The lady, I don't know if it was the manager or like the lady at the front desk. She was like, "There's been complaints about you guys, noise complaint." I was like, "That's not us, because I just got here and he been in the room by himself. So who the fuck was he talking to?" So the lady almost threw us out the hotel because she just wouldn't. She was like, I just got off the elevator and I heard you." I said, "You couldn't have just got off the elevator because I just got off the elevator. If you want, we can go back downstairs and you can run the camera back and you can see me just walk. If I'd have murdered somebody, we could have run the camera back and y'all would have seen me walk in." You know what I'm saying? She was like, "I ain't got to do nothing." I was like, "All right, man, we ain't finna keep arguing." So I slams the door. And then the next day, they come up talking about we got to check out. Because I was like, it's checkout time anyway. We about to leave. What is wrong with it? I'm never going back to that hotel. Never.
What was the hotel?
It was called,
It was in Cleveland, right?
it was something like the hospital. Because I remember where they said we were staying. I was like, who the fuck put this show together that they got us staying at a hospital? I was under the impression it was a real hospital. And I'm like, so, because this is how shit goes sometimes when you're a comic. you end up so you don't. Sometimes you don't check every detail, and you look up and you be at somebody's house, somebody's friend's house. This particular time, I was like, wait, we staying at a hospital? He's like, nah, that's just what the place is called. I was like, don't nobody call shit a hospital. That's not appealing. Like, fuck. So it ended up being a hotel, but I think it was something similar to like a hospital. I think it was like a clinic or some shit like that. I was like, nah, B. And when I got there, it was actually a really nice hotel, but I'm not going back there. They treated me like shit.
It was, I don't know, it was Cleveland. David Tell had a joke. I think it was about Cleveland. Like, what do you do when you get to Cleveland? He's like, pack your shit and get the fuck out of there. I don't know if it was Cleveland.
I agree.
Yeah, it was I think it was a Cleveland joke from Skags of the Memories. But you've done the motels before, right?
Yeah.
The ones where they have like the 2-hour nights where you can have sex with prostitutes there. I got, not ringworm.
What? Is it? I got ringworm?
No, it was a sty, my bad.
So,
God.
why did you have to add the prostitutes part? I'm taking chicks there for the 2 hours.
Well, because I went to it was at the time, this is a long time ago. It's a girl I dated. We went to the motel, but we weren't going to have sex, I think.
I'm not.
But we were having sex at the time.
Oh, y'all was having sex.
We were
just
fucking.
wasn't-
We were gonna fuck. We had nowhere to hang out. We was hanging in my car. So.
Oh, okay.
Or some shit like that. And I go up to the counter or the door, and I'm like, yeah, I want to get a room. And they're like, for the night or 2 hours? And I'm like, what? What do you mean? I didn't know about it, right? And it was the first time I was like, what do you mean? And I didn't. I was naive. It's not like I'm naive. But I don't think sometimes my brain that's like. Low roar registers. Things don't register right away, right? And I'm like, in my head, I was like, yeah, I'll do the night, I guess. And I was like, and I told her, I was like, they have a 2-hour one. What's that for? And she's like,
right.
Yeah. I was like, oh.
So listen, let me
Hookers.
let me put you up on game about motels, James. You probably know this.
No, I know now. After my style.
So the standard for motels when they got an hourly rate, the standard is 4 hours, right? That's when you are at possibly, I don't want to say a respectable motel, but that's when that should be. You gotta find a motel that give you 2 hours. That one is as sleazy as they come.
I
right?
got a sty that morning.
Yeah, so that one is somebody there that committed a crime at all times. And is looking to just lay, because they're not checking IDs. They just want that little couple of dollars. And they'd be like, hey, you bring the key back, we give you $5 back. That's kind of, so it's always somebody that's either on the lam, just committed a crime. This is the type of motel that you are in when you do the $2. It's probably hookers. So for me, and it's fucked up. So there's a motel called the Grand that's on the south side, and there's one that was on the west side. Now, the south side Grand, it's on Halsted. They started at 4 hours, right? The Grand on the west side started at 2 hours. so I was staying on the south side, but I would take chicks to the one on the west side to get the 2 hour one. I was like, yeah, no, we swing to the Grand. And it seemed like it was a full date because of the ride. You know what I'm saying? So when you got to ride.
You had to
y'all vibe a little bit, chill. You know what I'm saying? Make a stop, get something to eat, and then you go to the Grand West and pop that 2 hours, and you in and out. And yeah, man, that's I think we got to do a little deep on that. But that's how motels used to work back in the day. I don't know what they doing now, but yeah, 2 hours. It was, yeah, it's people there that committed crimes.
I got robbed by this hooker, right?
Damn. Okay.
But I met her because I took this other hooker to a hotel. It wasn't. I took her to a hotel or motel. It was packed. It was in Zion. It was packed.
Okay.
Went back to her house. I think her mom or something was there in some hospital bed. But later that night, I told her about the other one that robbed me. But I remember this. I remember she's like, "Oh, that's that girl that robbed you. I trained her, or I brought her into the game." But her and her boyfriend.
You owe me money then.
Her boyfriend ever got into drugs and they started robbing people, right? And then when we were at the charging station, my girl's like, what if people are hiding in the bushes? I remember, like, oh, it could be true because that's what happened. I went to the door, gave her my donation. She closed the door on me, and then I hear, like, movement around. There's, like, 3 dudes by the front door, by the front yard. I'm like, I'm just getting the fuck out of here. And I just laughed, and I was like, you take one. I took an L there.
Yeah, sometimes that was good instincts right there. Because some people fight the L so hard they take more of an L.
I was fighting it earlier because I was on the phone with my friend. He's like, dude, you're waiting in the driveway way too long. That's gonna cop. You're getting set up, or that's a cop.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm high and I'm drunk. I'm trying
not to take this L.
I'm trying to think. I was like, no, it's not. You don't.
At that point,
you rationalize, right?
You made a good decision because it could have went worse. Could have been Chris Hansen came outside. Hey, do you know you're here? Hey, she didn't say nothing about being 14. Pimp. I got all my communications. You see here, she told me it was $40. I gave her both 20s. Since I'm not gonna be fucking, I'm gonna need them 2 20s back.
The time I took an L, when I finally realized to give it, I didn't want to give it up. It was just like, I don't know if she was white or Hispanic, but it was one of these dolazals where they have an accent, but I think you're white, but they kind of have this Spanish accent. I've had a few of these, right? These Latina dolazals, right? There was one in South Beloit. I forgot her name. But this one was, I met her at the club at this place called Clark's. Go back to this after party, right?
Right.
People start juking. The security guard is there. He fucks. The security guard's in the other room.
He said he fucks.
He goes to the other room to fuck the chick, which I thought was a DTF tattoo across her chest, but it's actually OTF because she was a groupie for the OTF chief. Is it? Oh fuck! Who's in that crew? Chief Keef? No, that's not Keef. Keef and Dirk and those other guys. Those are the OTF guys. King Von. He's dead, right? Man?
Yeah, King Von.
Those guys, right? So she's fucking the security guard over there, and when I walk in, some dude pulls out, shows me his gun, not in a threatening way, but I was like, oh, like, and it turns. I don't know if he's trying to be nice, but he shows me his piece, and I'm like. And when I saw that gun, I was like, Giovanni, like, I know you try to fuck, but like,
this probably ain't gonna happen.
Like, let this one go. But I didn't. I stayed.
My God.
I was like, I got health insurance.
He said, nah, man, nah.
Yeah. But when the older Puerto Rican dude showed up with all this coke, and she started doing coke with the Puerto Rican the kitchen.
Damn.
I'm like, I can't beat coke. Like, if I did,
I can't beat coke.
I can't beat coke. You know what I mean? Like, I can fight the dude with the gun, baby. I have guns. I have pictures. I don't have it on me.
I can't beat cocaine.
I can't beat the Puerto Rican with all the fucking cocaine.
Nah.
And I was like, at that point, I realized I'm not. The OTF chick is already fucking.
Yeah.
This chick is fucking. The other, and I was like, you know what? So then I took the L.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta take that L. It hurts.
Sometimes I steal things from people's houses. I stole tampons once.
You gonna get it back, bitch. Get it back in blood. Yeah, I mean it's hard, and we never want to take L's. Man, I've gotten to chicks' houses, and they periods just started, and I'm like, damn.
Well, that's a W for me, but
He said that doesn't matter to me. And it be too late to call somebody else. That shit be pissing me off. Now I'm like when you 20, you do anything almost to fuck.
yeah.
Now that I'm grown, I ain't finna do that shit. Like chicks would, and I just found out from a homie of mine why chicks was doing this. So women would, like, you'd get to their house kind of, not early, but, you know, early enough to fuck. Mm-hmm. And, you know, get back to the crib at a decent hour. They would intentionally push you away until the sun was coming up, just so they didn't sleep alone. You know what I'm saying? I was like, bitch, that's the last time you getting me with that one. So, you know, because I'd normally be like, after that, I would be, you know, if it got to a certain time, I'm like, let me start sending out my text messages because this bitch on bullshit. And then you get to the other chick crib. But the thing is, it's already so late at the other doesn't have to do that. And you're like, yeah, I could have just stayed at that, you know, because it's the same amount of time and still got home 5, 6 in the morning. Fuck. You can't do that with a girlfriend. You can't do that at all with a girlfriend.
Yeah, it's different now that I that I got a girl. So I gotta. Now it's different because like I've been single forever, so I've been doing whatever the fuck I want for the longest time. You're still sick. You're still Schmitty being it around.
I'm still doing what I'm doing. Even if I wouldn't, I would say it on this show. It's because, you know, people,
People's feelings
people
get
in
hurt.
your business. Well, baby, I said that for the show. That ain't got nothing. What happens in the den ain't got nothing to do with you. No, but I'm actually single. I've been meeting a lot of women lately. I don't know what's been going on. I don't know if it's post-COVID.
Well, post-COVID, people are coming out.
Yeah, and it's weird. Like a couple weeks ago, I was talking to these chicks, and it seemed like they were trying to out-talk the other one for the attention to see, to get the. And I was like, man, this is gonna go bad. No matter which one I'm gonna pick, it's probably gonna be the wrong one. And that's how I was feeling. I was like, man. And they was just kind of back and forth, like, yeah, and I was like, damn, they both look like they shooting they shot. I'm finna pick the wrong one, like always. Which in that situation, all the time, maybe all of them are the wrong one.
What do you go for that? The one that you're most likely like? I usually go. I'm trying to think if I go for the one I think I'm gonna get. Most likely, because sometimes it's like I'll go for the one. All right, I might get laid more likely with this one, but then this one's I won't. But this one's hotter.
Yeah, so
it's tricky, man.
I've played that game a lot. Like, she seemed like she going, so I'm gonna go there, and then nothing comes from it. I think what be happening is once you start picking, right, the other one. Once the selection was made, now the chick that you picked can focus on the other one's feelings, and now she's like, I can't do that to my friend. Bitch, first of all, you need to focus on getting dick in you first before you worry about her. And then, so no matter which one you pick, because I've been on both sides, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go for this one because she seemed like, and then I'd be like, the next time I'm going to do this. And you do that the next time, and then it's the same. So I think it's just that. Once they realize that they both wanted the same thing, now they both kind of check out, even though you got with one of them. So yeah. So this particular one, I didn't call it. I was like, I'm not gonna go there. Take that L intentionally. If I see her again and she's like, hey, what happened? I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna give her some sort of story. I'm like, after that night, that's my little move. You know what happened to me after that night?
I got COVID.
Man, I went to the thing. It was a motherfucking spaceship there. It was ridiculous. And then I always tell them some sort of story, and they be like, oh, and then they go. But if I run into her again, I'm gonna shoot. I'm gonna see what's going on. Because then at that point, that was like an isolated incident. She ain't really got to involve her girl. So I'm gonna do it that way.
How's a comedy life now? Wait, which hiatus are you on now? Hold on, are you back?
No, I'm back. So that last hiatus was COVID. That ain't had nothing to do with me.
The pre-hiatus. Okay, that was the
first
COVID
one.
hiatus.
Yeah, that was me. That was all me. So I'm actually about to go over to the Laugh Factory now, since see what my ETA is. I don't know what. Yeah, I'm about to shoot over there and do a quick open mic, and then it's been decent. Like I said, the shows have been full. Everybody's coming out, because it's hot. So normally in Chicago, when it's hot, it's hard to get people in comedy shows because they want to be outside. Mm. So it's hot, and they don't want to be inside, but they definitely don't want to. They want to do whatever they can do right now. So I'm assuming that the winter is going to be amazing. The winter shows, like you get trapped in the house for a year and a half. You ain't standing inside at all for a little while.
You produce any shows?
Not yet. I'm trying to find some venues that would potentially be good for me. So I'm a big stickler about the venues that I use. What's weird is I've reached out to a few venues and they haven't hit me back. So we're gonna see what's going on.
What happened to the Iguana people? Are they still around?
Iguana? I think so. I just drove past there the other day. What was that?
What the hell are you doing at Waukegan?
I was doing a radio show in Round Lake, actually.
Wait, I'm just laughing. That's where I got my tints done. I told the girl. I was like,
so we done came full circle right there.
I was like, you know what, Round Lake, and she acted all bougie, like, oh, I don't know, like, bitch, you're from Waukegan, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
That's the name of your Tesla.
Right. Let me see what type of walking you doing. That shit would have made me so mad. But I'm looking for a venue in Waukegan area that's not the cheesesteak place because somebody said that. I was like,
Oh yeah, Mickey's.
yeah. I'm like, I'm not doing that, and because she got it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm not a big fan of Red Iguana. The way it's set up is just not. It's a little bit harder to do comedy there. So with the elevated stage and whatnot, so I'm a stickler about, the venues that I do.
I'm gonna call my buddy. So he wants to do something at Club 18. I don't know if you know Club 18.
No.
So I posted on my Snapchat because a few years ago after Summerfest, I had some old white lady lick one of my balls for some cigarettes across, and I think she came from Club 18. So it's that type of crowd, right? Some dirty ass wino.
The one ball licking crowd.
Yeah. We made a deal because I didn't have any money. I was like, "Hey man, why don't you suck my dick for some money?" And she was like, "What do you got?" I was like, "Nothing."
How do you lead in with money?
I thought I had money, but I realized, you don't realize how much you spent in cash at Summerfest, and I'm like, I swear I had
cash, baby. I'm sorry.
You had a 20 in there, but it's a few singles. At that point, I was like, I'm not wasting my singles, so I just told her I gave her the cigarettes. So I gave her a few cigarettes for I think it was my right ball. But he wants to do the thing at Club 18, but it's that type of bar. But I'll give him this. The show I did, people at this place called Clark's, and now it's called like guy got taken over by his cousin, blah blah blah, drama within themselves, but this Club 18 place, he did the same. That other place, which was Clark's, Addison Clark's, was, a wino bar. You had like old couple playing pool, like 5 people. There's one drunk couple over here. Same thing, Club 18, just a wino bar, just old alcoholics hanging out there. But he did the same thing and turned that one around. So I'm gonna maybe stop by and look at it or something like that and check it out. But he's looking to do something. But I don't know. Right? It's definitely not ready because right now it's you still got that old,
because I feel
alcoholics in there.
I feel like it's wide open up there, outside of Mickey T. There used to be, what is the name? The Ramada. Was that up there?
Oh,
next
yeah.
to Stretches?
Fuck the hooker there,
So
too.
I used to do shows in there, and then I look up the Ramada. First of all, the Ramada is a trash-ass hotel. That's a 2-star hotel if I ever seen one. I used to think back in the day, it used to be like maybe 4 stars or 3 stars or something like that, but they haven't changed anything since like the 90s or some shit like that. All that stuff in there, they just operating. So that one closed down, and I was like, damn, that banquet hall was decent. And then they had another place. I don't remember. It was right off of, I want to say it was right off 41. It was like an event center. So
it's probably the old agent place. Because I was thinking about this. I was like how are people monetizing? Because I'm thinking more, because I'm taking a baby hiatus from stand-up, but I'm still getting booked because I think it's this podcast. People message me. You know Mark Cook? You know Mark Cook, right? It's James Webb.
Yeah.
So he hit me up to do a show, right? And if he hears this, maybe he'll take me off the show. But
yeah, I ain't gonna be able to do it, Mark.
I know, but he's offering me $100 for 15 minutes, which I'll take. But after it's a little bit stricter at work now. I gotta get somebody to change a shift. I want to make sure I can change the shift, get there on time or whatever to make the show. So I'll let him know. I'll let you know Tuesday. And he's like, "Oh, is that not good enough for you?" or something. He's like, I don't know if you ever messaged him, Mark Cook, but
my shows ain't good. All right, cool.
No, I was like, I will get back to you Tuesday. Did I get back to him? I don't know, but
probably did.
But he asked me to do my podcast once because he said he used to work in porn, right?
Okay,
and
that was a weird segue.
Yeah,
what type of podcast you think we doing?
He was
like, you know I should do porn. Let me come do the podcast. Okay.
He was in porn. He wasn't a porn star. He was a producer, cameraman, something like. He used to do the Brower House, the fucking show there. And then he went up to me. He's like, you should have a producer on your podcast. I was like, all right. And actually, I used to work in porn, right? And Asia Carrera. And I was like, yeah, I remember her, right? I'm like,
right. You're like, oh.
Yeah, I remember. She's like, well, she's pretty. She showed me a picture of her. She's like, yeah, well, she's single right now and pretty lonely. And I was like, all right, you're lying. You're trying to set me. You're fucking lying.
She's single and pretty lonely. That sounds like a pop-up ad on your computer. She's single and pretty lonely. Let me click on this. This seems on the up and up.
And I wanted to have him on, but it's like, am I just gonna have a liar on, or like what? It's like, what kind of podcast is gonna be? He's gonna be lying like those,
Right.
Because you get older, you realize there's more of these liars. So I think he gets like, oh, this is how he told me to get. He's like, Brendan Weaver's been on a podcast, a friend of mine,
Okay.
like 4 times since the beginning. He's been on the podcast, and he messaged me, he's like, oh, Brendan Weaver 4 times, Mark Hook 0. Like that's how he.
He was keeping score.
That's how he asked me. You know what? Like, I don't know how people hit you up to do shows. Like, I'm gonna bring up an example of somebody who came. It was a woman. I don't know if it's a woman thing or a dude thing. Her name is Susanna Rodriguez. I think she's doing it next week because she sent me a message about Mezcal Monday, the Latino show I was running at Zany's.
Okay.
And then I told her like, oh no, Anthony's doing it now. And then she sent me another like, well, actually, I grew up in the IF church, very strict bag, all this information, blah blah. You know, I'm not super famous for your podcast, but. And she gave me all his info, and I was like, you know what? I had next week's open. I was like, you want to do next week? Let's do it. Versus, you get these like, sup, put me at Zany. Oh, what the fuck did this guy say to me? Like, oh, sup, when am I going to get on that podcast or something like that? I don't know if you would get messages like this, these professional messages from people when you're running shows.
Yeah, it's weird.
Because I'm not your close friend where you can just, not you, but this person messaged me like, my buddy messaged me like I'm close with, okay, whatever, yeah, I'll get you a spot.
Right.
Versus you're a stranger and then like, yo, what's going on with that Zany stage? Or I need to get on that Zany stage is what he messaged me. And it's like, I don't know you. Why would you message me that?
I need to get on your stage. When you gonna book me to do your room? Weird shit. Like, comics are weirdos. So it is. I think it's an attempt to be creative to
stand out.
Kind of like, hey.
Versus the typical like professional message.
Hey, but I've had comics that I didn't know. I remember I was doing a open mic. It was my first room. Was it my first room? I think it might have been my second room. I was new as fuck though. And a seasoned comic hit me up on Facebook like, hey, let me come do your room. I was like, Mr. 7 Seasons of Comic View, I don't really know if you know my room is really just an open mic. I ain't got no budget, so it be that type of, that whole type of flow. And then sometimes people just, weird about it. Be like, I'm not responding to this message. This, I think that what happens is it's hard when you're doing a monthly. Because in Chicago there's so many comics, so when you're doing a monthly, you got 12 comics a year that you're gonna book to headline, maybe 24 features you're gonna book, maybe something like that. And it's so many comics that is trying to get on. You like, hey, and then once they do it, they already asking to come back. You like, fam, you not coming back for at least 7 years. It's a monthly. So, but when you do a weekly, it's a little bit different. So I think that if some comics just need to, I guess, in my opinion, focus on not asking for bookings, but being visible, because at some point you run out of people. You're like, man, and then you start seeing people, and then it's either that or start flying motherfuckers in. And if you got $100 show, you definitely not flying a motherfucker in.
What did James say? We're not gonna stand up. We're not gonna. Don't message us. We'll book you. Or we'll know.
Don't call us. We'll call you.
We'll call you. Are you doing weekly or what are you guys doing? Monthly?
So I just want to see how this first one goes on the 30th, and then because we haven't been there in over a year, and I'm so fucking tired, bro. Like producing a show don't do it. Do not do it.
Don't do it.
This is the 9th year of this show's existence, and I'm already having stress dreams about it, and I haven't even fucking done anything yet.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot of fucking pain and suffering to just make a room full of people happy. And but we'll see. If it goes well, we'll do weekly. If it tanks, look, I got other shit to do.
The sky's the limit on that. They got a whole wide range of what can happen.
There's a whole bunch of shit that can go.
The payoff is good though.
Yes, it is.
Like in my rooms, I'm not gonna lie to you, I do time. Cause you never know who you're gonna have in the room. So like I'll book a feature and a headliner. Sometimes 2 features and a headliner, or just to spread money around. That's really what my room is for, is just to kind of put money in people's pockets, right? But once I start the show, I'm probably going to do 85 minutes of it. I'm going to open with a strong 85 because it's really to rooms are really to build you up as a comic and build your audience. They not coming. You can put as many people on that flyer you want to. They're not coming to see them.
Right.
They coming to see you. So a lot of the rooms I've done, I had stopped putting people on the flyer. And they would ask me, and I'm like, so because I was telling them who was coming, they were like, we don't know them. I was like, because of course you don't know them. You're only coming for me. So that's the only name you need to know is me. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be hilarious. I'm going to do my 85-minute routine up front, and we're going to drink and party, and I'm going to give you some comics in between.
What a shameless plug for yourself.
Yeah.
You got any more? Speaking of, we're closing up. You got any more plugs? Plug your social media.
I'm Scmhitty B on everything. SCHMITTYB period. That's TikTok. I'm on that now. Twitter, Instagram.
Add you on TikTok.
YouTube.
I haven't opened my TikTok in 2 weeks.
Well, Facebook. You can get me at all of that, and then I'll be posting the shows. I think next week I'm doing Michi Hall's Wild Blossom show, which that show is amazing. That's an outdoor show, and for me personally,
the fuck is calling me from Hinsdale?
Outdoor shows I never like doing, especially like running them. But Michi runs it very, very well. So yeah, make sure y'all check that out, and that's it. That's it. That's all I got.
Mr. Webb, would you like to plug yourself?
Please, for God's sakes, come to Stand Up.
I think this one comes out next week, Monday.
Okay, tight. Yeah, come to Stand Up. Yeah. The first one back in a long time is Friday, the 30th of July. Tickets are $15 at standup.net. I'm making the lineups extra fucking tight now. All these shows are doing like 10, 12, 15 fucking people. We are booking 5 people. 5 of the best people in Chicago every single week. So please come. Again, tickets available at standup.net. If you want to record a podcast, People of Comedy Network is where you do that. Follow at People of Comedy Network on Instagram. Hit us up, DM us for rates and all that good shit.
All right, follow Lobo Den Podcast on Instagram, TikTok, follow the Patreon. There's a new episode on there. It was actually a current regular episode, but it had to be taken off due to baby mama drama. Nice. So that one is now exclusively on Patreon. I'm going to have more content out soon. Should be moving into a new place, so I'm going to try to get more online stuff going because I live in a sardine right now with my girlfriend and 2 days out of the week or son, and I finally have some fucking space to get some stuff done. Right. Is there anything else I'm plugging? I don't do drugs anymore. Okay, Lobo Den.